असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
See the next one. What are the essential components of our food? You know, our food consists, essential components are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats and minerals. And also it contains water and fiber. So all these are known as essential components of our food and also call them as nutrients. So our food contains carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, fats, minerals and also water and fiber. So all these components are known as essential components of our food. We call them as nutrients. How can we test all these components are present in our food or not? How can we know these essential components are present in our food? In every food, all these components will be present? No. So the different types of food contains different types of components. So now we are going to test these essential components are present in every food or not, and which food contains these components. Now we are going to see by the simple experiment. That is conformation of food components present. So to confirm the food components are present or not in each and every food item, for this we need to take some food items are milk, potato and ghee or oil, some little amount of ghee or oil, and also we need to take a test tube, plate, dropper. Okay, so we need to take test tube, plate and a dropper, and we also need some chemicals. To test the components we need some chemicals. So how can we test now? So we are going to take each and every food component in a test tube or plate. To that food component we will add these chemicals. So which chemicals are we are going to use here? That chemical we have to add to each and every food component. So by using of that we can now going to test these food components. So I will rub this now. Now the first one is the experiment 1, test for starch. Now for this we need to prepare dilute iodine solution. Now we are going to use this iodine solution as a chemical. can we prepare this dilute iodine solution? Now, take a test tube. In this test tube, take a few crystals of iodine. Now, dilute these iodine crystals with water. By adding of water to these iodine crystals, we will get dilute iodine solution. So, here we will observe light yellow or brown color solution. So, then that is our dilute iodine solution. So, the solution is turns into light yellow or brown in color. So, we can take this solution as a test for this starch. First of all, we need to take one plate or any test tube. So in that test tube, we have to take our food items. Before we saw that milk, potato, ghee or oil. So take the food item into this test tube and add this iodine solution. Okay, add a few 10 drops of dilute iodine solution to this test tube. So here, if the food component contains starch, means the solution of the color is changed into black or dark blue in color. So in this we are going to add the dilute iodine solution, and this is the food item. So if the solution is changed into dark blue or black, this indicates that the food item contains starch. Okay, the color of dark blue or black indicates the food item contains starch. By this way, we can identify the starch containing foods. Yes, what we did here, we are taken first dilute iodine solution. How we prepare the dilute iodine solution? In a test tube, we are taken few iodine crystals. To these crystals, we are adding the water until the color of the solution is changed into yellow or brown. Now we are taken this solution, okay, as a dilute iodine solution. In another test tube, we are taken one food item. To that food item, we are adding some 10 drops of this dilute iodine solution. So slowly we will observe if the solution contains starch, the color of the solution is changed into dark blue or black. So by this color, we can know that the food item contains starch. Okay, and next one is the experiment 2, that is test for fats. Now how can we identify the food item contains fats or not? Now for this we need to take one small piece of paper. So in that piece of paper, we have to rub the food item. Okay. For example, if we have a potato or oil or ghee or milk, we have to rub that food item on the paper. Okay. Completely we have to rub it gently or crust it on the paper. Now straighten this paper and keep this paper in sunlight for a while. After rubbing the food item on the paper, we have to keep this paper in sunlight for a while. So observe that after some time they will observe if the food item contains fats, means their the paper is changed into transparent. Okay? And you have any past experience means you will eat any vada or any fat contains food means then the paper plate is changed into oil. Yes, so that indicates that the food item contains fat. That means the paper is changed into transparent. The turning of paper into transparent indicates that the food item contains fats. Okay, so this is our test for fats. And next one we have, this one is a test for proteins. For this we need to take 2% copper sulfate and 10% sodium hydroxide solutions. First of all, we need to prepare copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide solution. So to prepare copper sulfate solution, so first of all we need to take the test tube. In this test tube, take 2 grams of copper sulfate. 2 grams of copper sulfate. To this 2 grams of copper sulfate, add 100 ml of water. Okay. So by adding of 100 ml of water, this 2 grams of copper sulfate will dissolve in this solution in water. So then it is a copper sulfate solution. So in another test tube, take 10 grams of sodium. To this add 100 ml of water. So then we can say that this is a sodium hydroxide solution and this is the copper sulfate solution. So to test the proteins we need both of the solutions. We need to take all the food items in a test tube. So first of all take a test tube. In that take the one food item. If the food item is the solid, then we have to crush that solid into powder. To that powder add 10 drops of water. Then it is turns into one dilute solution. Right? To that dilute solution add this copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide solution. If the food item is a liquid, then there is no need to make it solution again. So for example, if you have taken any liquid type of food item in this, like milk, to this milk add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. This is a food item. And 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution. Now after adding these two solutions into the test tube, stir the solution well. So after some time the solution will be mixed gently. Now if we will observe, the solution of the color is purple or violet, we can know that the food item contains protein. There we conclude that the food item contains protein. If the color of the solution is changed into violet or dark blue, okay, then we can conclude that the the food item contains proteins. Now experiment 4 is a testing of food items. Here in this table we have some food items and some components which are present in these food items. Okay, if the component will be present means there we have to take present. If the component will be absent means there we have to take as a absent. So the first food item is the rice. In rice, the starch will be present or not? Yes. In rice, the starch will be present. What about proteins? In starch, absence of proteins. Okay, here I will write completely. And fats. In rice, fats will be present. In potato. In potato, starch will be present. Proteins will be absent. Fats present. And next one is the milk. In milk, starch present. Proteins present. Fats present. Now curd. In curd also starch present. What about proteins? There is absence of proteins in the curd. Fats present. Finally we have egg. So in this food item, starch is present, proteins present, and fats present. So from this we can see that each and every food item contains all the components. But one food item contains some components are maybe high and some maybe components are low. But each and every food contains every components. Okay? The components will be high in some food components. In some food components, the components are less. We require each and every food component. Okay? So in limit quantity, we require all the food components. Okay? The growing children needs more proteins like milk, meat, and pulses, etc. Okay? And in minute quantities, we also need vitamins and minerals also to keep us healthy. Okay?